Thank you. See, here I'm going to allocate the memory dynamically by using a new keyword. Here I'm using pointers concept. Here I'm taking one pointer variable ptr. Okay, like this is of type int type. This pointer is can hold int type data. Okay. See what this actually, if you consider, if you remember or not, while discussing about the pointer. Okay. See how what this pointer can hold address of some another variable, right? So if you this forgot this statement somewhat time. See this is a pointer variable. Okay. If you want to store some address of some another variable, here I am taking one considering a is one variable. Okay. It is holding some 20. See what this pointer general meaning pointer can hold some address of another variable, right? This is another variable considered. Okay, this address I am going to store within this pointer. How you can simply use ptr equals to unperson a. Okay, unperson a means it will return the address, right? That address we are holding within this pointer. Okay, see a means it will return the value, unperson a means it will return the address. Okay, see this is the like some with some memory we have the data 20. Okay, this variable name is a. You can consider this is the a. Okay, see if you print this a, what it will print? This value, whatever the value that variable has. If I print this unperson a, if I print this unperson a, it will return this address. Okay, unperson a means address, a means value. Okay, see consider this is the ptr. The pointer also one variable, but this pointer is holding address of another variable. Here you can say this is the address. Okay, this is going to hold within this pointer, within this ptr. You are holding address of this variable a. Okay, like in this way, this pointer is going to hold some address of another variable. Okay, this statement can say address of a you are assigning to ptr, right? See, by using this pointer, how you can get the value from this address. Okay, this 001 is one address. From this address I need to get the value. Okay, what is the value it consists within this address? We have the 20, right? To get this 20, by using this pointer, we simply use star operator, indirection operator, you can say. By using star operator, star ptr means it will get the value at this particular address. What is the value you have? 20, right? This 20 will return this ptr. Okay, if you observe this star ptr and this a, both are returning value only, right? See, this a is returning 20, the star ptr also returning 20, both will return the same value only. If you observe this unperson a, okay, and ptr, okay, both will return address. Okay? Blindly remember this a and star ptr both will return value, that means 20, whatever the value it is holding. Okay, unperson a and this ptr both will return address. Okay, let's I will show whether these are returning the same thing or not. Let's see. I'm just going to print. Okay, first I will print that a. Okay, then I will give some space. Okay, I will give some space, then I will print unperson a. Okay, in the next statement I will print cout. I will print this star ptr. Star ptr. I will give some space, then I will print ptr now. See, both a and star ptr will return the value, that means 20. Unperson a and ptr both will return address, means address of this A. Okay, let's see whether these are written in the same manner or not. Okay, I'm saving this file on like in CSCA memory. Memory allocation.cpp. Just try to focus here. Like simple one pointer I have declared. Okay, one variable having some value. Okay, I'm just referring uh, the pointer definition is pointer is a variable which can hold address of another variable. Okay, this address another variable here is a. This address I'm holding into this pointer variable ptr. Okay, address of a means this the it will return address, right? This address I'm storing within this ptr. Okay, if I print this a, it will return value. If I print this ampersand a, it will return address. If I print the star ptr, it will return the value. If I print this ptr, it will return the address. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, in the first cout statement, I have printed this a. A means having the value 20, right? 20 is printed here. 20 is printed here, right? Okay. See, if I find the address of that particular variable, it is giving this address. This is the address. Okay. See, if I print the star ptr, it is returning the value. I am saying this a and star ptr same, and ampersand a, this ptr also same. You can see both addresses are same, right? Clear this. Blindly
Sir, can you
remember.
answer?
Blindly remember. Sorry.
Sir, only those two see out statements I didn't understand.
Yeah.
We are getting 20 the same way. I understood why we got address, sir, because we are giving ampersand A, we got address, but I didn't understand why we got 20 in the second output.
See. The star PTR you are not understanding, right? The star PTR means you are
Yes, sir.
getting the value from the address. Okay. In the previous diagram, if you remember, Anand, this is the
Okay.
like A. This
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
PTR.
I got it, sir.
So this PTR holding that address, right? Some whatever the address you got, some address. If you want to get the value from this address, you will use the star indirection operator. You can say. If you want to print that directly this address, just simply print ptr. If you want to get the value from this address, use star ptr. If I use star ptr, within this address you have the 20. That's why it is printed 20 here. Okay. If you
Okay, sir.
print this
Understood.
ptr, simple this address is only it will return. What is this address? Address of this thing is right.
Yes,
Same thing will be
yeah,
printed in the
yeah.
output. Here it will print address. This person A also print address. A having the value. Or like if you want to get this value from this address, you will use star PTR.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay. And now this is actual thing. Internally it will happen when we work with the pointer. Okay. Now here we are going to allocate the memory dynamically. How you can? Let's see. Same. I have the PTR one variable. Okay. Here I'm going to allocate some memory. Okay, how you can like this ptr equals to okay new int. See this new keyword, by using new keyword you are going to allocate some memory. How much memory you are going to allocate, it will tell this data type. Int means it is going to allocate some 4 bytes of data. Okay, but this memory is going to allocate at the time of running your code, not at the time of compilation. At the time of your running your code, this memory is going to allocate. Okay, then after allocating the memory, you can assign some value. Okay, how you can, some ptr equals to star ptr means this is equals to some normal variable a. We have seen just now seen, right? It is printing the value, right? It is simple. You can assign some 50. Okay, if I print this statement, see out, okay, print this star ptr, okay, like we'll use this ended statement. This value is going to printed in the output. Okay. So, see, to store some data, first you require some memory. Okay. Uh, how you can allocate that memory? Like by you declaring some variable, right? That is statically it is going to happen. But here you are going to allocate the memory dynamically by using this new keyword. Okay. By using pointers concept. Okay. This ptr equals to, you are just allocating the memory. 4 bytes of memory you are allocating. Okay. See, just saving this file. Okay. After allocating this memory, you are assigning some value. Okay. See, after declaring some variable, you can assign some value, right? In the same way, here, if you are allocating the memory, after allocating some memory, you can store some value within that. Okay. Then you can print that in the output. Okay. Let's see.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
sir, here we are taking only 4 bytes of memory now, sir. But what does the star PTR this value mean? And we are not taking this as a memory location, sir.
See, it will return the address from the RAM. This statement will return, it will allocate some 4 bytes of memory. Okay, this statement will allocate some 4 bytes of memory with some address. Okay, this address you are having within this PTR, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
within
yes.
this PTR it is having. See, like while in the previous case, while accessing the value, you are using this star PTR, right? Star PTR means value. PTR
Yes.
means address. Star within the star PTR, you are simply assigning some value. This means this 50 is going to store within this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that
Yeah.
50 just I have retrieved here and printed in the output. Okay, the
Okay.
previous case you are allocating the memory while declaring some variable, but here you are not declaring any variable. You have only pointer
Okay.
here. By using pointer, you are allocating the memory by using new keyword and you are storing some value. Okay.
So the answer will be 50 only now, sir.
50
That's
only it
clear.
will print it. Let's see.
Okay. Okay, sir.
See, it is printed 50 only. Okay. See, like this is the how you can allocate the memory by using new keyword. Okay. This is going to happen at the time of running your code. Suppose if I print this statement one more time. Okay. Let's see. 2 times it will print 50 50 in the output. Okay.
Two
See,
times it will print 50, sir. That's
50 50 only. See, like this is the how you can allocate some memory dynamically. Then how you can deallocate that memory. Whatever the memory you have allocated here, that memory you need to deallocate. Okay, if you consider some other programming language like Java, Python, okay, C Sharp, they're having one new concept, that is garbage collection. So that garbage collector will remove whatever the memory you have allocated at dynamically. That memory is going to delete automatically. But in C++, we don't have an option like that. Once you are allocating memory dynamically means you need to deallocate that memory. Okay, after using that memory, you simply delete that memory. Okay, that can be done by using delete keyword. Okay, by using delete operator, you can delete the memory, whatever the memory like you have allocated for that pointer. If whatever the memory you have allocated for your program, that memory you can deallocate by using delete operator. Okay, let's see how like you can delete that. See, up to here I've just used that thing. Okay, after this statement I'm just deleting that memory. Okay, just simply use delete. Delete is a keyword. Okay, this you can say an operator. Okay, delete that pointer, just use that ptr, means that address you are going to delete. Okay, let's see. If I print this thing, you will get only 50 50, but that memory is going to delete it from the RAM. Just if you want to check whether that memory is deleted or not, let's see. Instead of printing the star ptr here, if I print that statement, after deleting that memory. Up to here you have the memory, okay, you have that value as well, okay. Here uh, at this point you are going to delete the memory, whatever the memory you have allocated for that PTR, okay. Here you are deleting that memory. After deleting that memory you are going to print something, okay. What happened, let's see. Can anyone expect we'll get the same 50-50 here? Let's see.
Yes,
See,
sir, we'll get the same.
no, we won't get the 50-50. Here, up to here, you have the value, means you have the memory with some address. Within that, you have the value 50. Okay. After executing this statement, delete ptr means whatever the memory, suppose here some
Okay, the
memory is there,
value will be
or some any one memory, will be having some value 50. Okay. After executing this delete operation, this memory is going to delete it. Okay. Memory is going to delete means whatever the value you have, that is also going to delete it. Okay. Then what is this value? This is one random number that is going to
junk
print
value,
in the
sir.
output. Okay. Default value or some random number it is going to print. Okay. If you print some any variable, it is going to print some random number. Okay. In this way, you can
Sir,
delete that memory.
sir, if we don't want to get this random variable or some junk value, what we should do?
By default, it will take this thing. Okay.
We can't erase, sir.
Suppose, like consider, like if I print some int a means, if I print this int a here, like suppose if I print a here, let's see what it will print. Some zero, right? It is printing some zero. That random number means some that is just like some address only. Okay.
Okay,
Like by default it will give. Okay.
okay,
Just blindly remember, if you are deleting that memory means if you want to print that variable, it will give some random number. But that if you compile it once again, it will give one more number. Randomly it will give. Okay. In this way, like you can delete the memory, whatever the memory you have allocated at runtime, that memory is going to delete it by using this delete operator. Okay. See, the same thing you can work with point like arrays as well. Suppose, like here I will consider one array. Like while declaring an array, you are going to mention some size, right? Okay. Here instead of mentioning that size, you can take that size from the user. Okay. See, this is the delete operation. That memory is going to deallocate. Okay. Simply you can see you delete that pointer variable. It will delete or delete that memory and it will return that memory to the RAM. Okay. See, this is like you can allocate some memory for arrays as well by using new keyboard. But while taking that array, you need to mention the size here. Okay, this size you can take as like you can take from the input. Okay, let's see. We'll see within this example only. Here you have the some pointer variable, right? Here, before that, I will ask the user how many numbers. Suppose if I want to store 1 to 10 or 1 to 20, okay. Any instead of taking that size manually here, you can take that size from the user. Okay. Just I will write one cout statement here. Just I'm asking the user like wanted to store. Okay. How many numbers you want to store? If the user enters some user enters some 10 means I need to take the size of the array is 10. Okay, but this is going to happen at dynamically. Okay, user may while running the code, user may enter some different value also. He may enter some 20 also. That is going to happen dynamically, right? Okay, that number I'm going to like store into one num variable. Okay, but you have not declared this num, right? Just declare that variable num. Okay, into num. Okay, then user enters not this way. You need to read that number, right? By using cn object you can read. Okay, now we have some user enters 10 means the 10 is going to store within this num variable. Okay, then how actually you need to store the 10 numbers in a single variable, right? You need to allocate memory for 10 variables. That going to happen dynamically, right? At the time of running only, user entering some different value. You may enter some 20, some 100, anything you can enter. So based on that, you are going to allocate memory. Okay, here you can take num. You are going to take the size for this array, integer type array. That size is by default it will take based on the like the number that user entered here. Okay, that is going to store in num, right? That will create here. For example, user enters 10 means the array size it will by default it will take as 10. Okay, see, then you need to read the elements into that array, right? Into this ptr. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here you have allocated the memory for that array. Okay, here we consider float, but we have taken it as like integer type. Then user needs to enter some values, right? Okay, by using for loop you can retrieve those elements. Okay, see, see, like I'm just using this for loop. Okay, for like int I equals to 0 means index starts from 0, right? Then I less than num. Okay, up to that size, then I plus plus. Okay, here whatever the numbers user enters, those numbers I'm going to store into this array. Okay, then how you can, using cin object, cin you are going to take like here you need to mention star ptr. Okay, actually if it is a normal variable you will take some a of I, right? In this way you will take the like array name, but here a means you need to consider star or p plus I plus. I think it will work. Let's see. Same thing. Star or ptr plus I. Okay. Here you are. This is not general. Like general variable. If it is general variable, you are going to take it as a of I, but it is a pointer, right? In pointer case, you need to take like this. Okay. Every time that point ptr means first it will point to the starting address. Then every time it is going to increase that pointer and it is going to store in the next address. Okay. Let's see whether it will work or not. Then if you want to print these elements in the output, the same thing you need to follow. Okay, just use before that. See, here I'm just taking the numbers from the user, okay, into this array. Okay, you are allocated the memory based on your size and you are getting the elements into this array. Okay, by using cin object. Then if you want to print these in the output, simple, use the same for loop. Okay, here I'm just saying the message that like array elements are, okay, there is some little bit confusion here. You don't get confused. Same for loop I will use to retrieve the elements, but here instead of like C in, you need to use C out to print in the output, right? Okay. Or like after printing every element, this will be some space here. Okay. So I will delete this memory later. Just comment it. Okay. Simple. Here I am going to allocate dynamically some memory for this array. Okay, based on the user may enter some different value, right? Suppose if we want to store some 10 numbers, I need to allocate like 10 into 4 bytes, means 40 bytes I need to allocate. Okay, if user enters 20, means 20 into 4, 80 bytes I need to allocate. But this is going to happen at runtime. Okay, so to allocate your memory runtime, okay, you need to go with this. By using new keyboard, you can allocate that memory dynamically, okay, in this way. The size may come at any number. This number user may enter at you may enter 10, 20, 30. You may enter any number. Based on this number only, you are accessing the numbers. Okay, here you are giving the condition as I less than number up to this number. Okay, you are just reading into this array. Then you are simply printing in the output. Okay, let's see whether it will work or not. First compile your code. Here there is an error. Here you miss, you not place this semicolon. Just place it. Okay. Then compile it again. It is compiling. Then run your code. See, it is asking enter how many numbers you want to store. See, if I enter 5, 5 means dynamically this 5 will take as a size here. Okay, in place of num, it will take as a size. This statement will allocate 5 into 4, 20 bytes of memory is going to allocate. Okay, or like within that memory, you are going to store like 5 elements. Here by using scene object, you are trying to retrieve these elements, okay, in this way. So let's see. It is asking, right? I'm going to enter first number, second number, third number, fourth number, and fifth number. So these 5 numbers are stored within that memory. Okay, then here I'm retrieving the like elements. Okay, how I'm retrieving here? By using this for loop. See, from that memory, I'm getting the values here. Okay, let's see. You can see array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, see this whatever the size you have entered here, that size is going to take here it as a dynamic value. Means at the time of running your code, suppose if I run this code, in this case I will enter some 10. 10 means in this case you are going to allocate like 10 into 4 means 40 bytes of memory you are going to allocate dynamically. Okay, now in this case you can store like 10 variables, 10 values. Okay, let's see, this is the 10th value, right? Now you can see array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. Okay, see in this way you can allocate the memory for arrays at the time of running your code. Okay, here you are using pointers concept, don't get confused. See, instead of taking the values here, you are taking the pointer. Okay, by using new keyword, you are specifying how much memory you are allocating. Okay, if it is single variable, just take int only. If it is array, just mention that size. Okay, this size you are taking dynamically. Okay, user enters some number, that number is going to take in here. Okay, in that way, dynamically some memory is going to allocate it. Within that memory, you can store some values. Okay, but here don't take, if it is a normal variable, you are simply how you will take some cin like extraction operator, and then you will use a of I, right? some a, if it is array name is a means a of I. Okay, in this way you will take if it is a normal variable, but if here you are directly like storing within the memory, right? In this way you need to mention. Okay, like pointer is an address, right? Within this address, this address plus 0 means like first element within the first position. Okay, simple. Just see in this way that memory is going to allocate it. Okay, this first pointer is going to point to the starting of the 0th position. Okay, ptr plus 0 means first element is going to fill, then ptr plus 1 means it is going to become 1. Okay, 2, like this all the elements are going to like stored within the RAM. Okay, while accessing also here you are mentioning ptr plus I means starting I value 0, right? ptr plus 0 means first element will be retrieved. Okay, then plus 1 means second element is going to retrieve. The third element is going to retrieve till this number minus 1. Okay, yeah, suppose like number if it is 10 means okay, 9 up to 9 these element last element is going to retrieve. Okay, in this way you can retrieve the element. Then see you are allocating some memory means you need to deallocate that memory as well, right? Okay, or like by using new keyword you can allocate the memory. By using delete keyword you can delete that memory. Okay, let's see, this is a simple use delete keyword and square bracket ptr. You are mentioning that it is one array. Okay, entire array you need to delete it. Okay, see same statement delete ptr. Here you need to mention array. Okay, if you are mentioning like this that array is going to delete it. Okay, let's see whatever the memory. Suppose if I allocate some 5 bytes of like 5 into 4 means 20 bytes of memory means you can store 20 elements, right? Okay, after like completing this thing, okay, that whatever the values you have, all the values and data you are going to delete it by using this step. Suppose if I print this thing again, okay, after deleting, if I print that array element, in this case also it will give some random numbers or 0. Okay, let's see. In this case I will take only 3. Okay, I think it is not compiled.
చూద్దాం వచ్చినప్పుడు కదా.
See here also in this case also it is giving some random numbers, right? 0 or random numbers it will give. Okay, in this way you can delete that memory. Okay, by using delete keyword. Okay, clear this?
ptr plus I, why we will take, sir? I didn't want it.
This thing,
Yes, sir.
this means see like if you observe this diagram, you are allocating the memory in the form of array, right? Okay, this ptr will point first element in the array. Okay, if it is ptr means first element. Okay, means 0th position. See every time you need to increase, for example ptr plus I means ptr having some address. Okay, this is the pointer increment you can say. ptr plus 1 means if it is ptr, consider if it is ptr, it will point the first address position. Okay, ptr plus 1 means it will point to the second element. Okay, ptr plus 2 means it will point to the next element, second position element. Okay, see here ptr plus 0 means 0th element. Within that 0th element you are storing some value. Okay, in the next iteration I value become 1, right? In the next iteration. Okay, in that case like ptr plus 1 means the pointer will move to next position, means first position, index position 1. There that value whatever the user enters, that value is going to store. Okay, then in the next iteration I value become 2, ptr plus 2 means now pointer will point to the index position 2. In that position, you are going to insert the value. Any number you can insert like that. While retrieving also, okay, by using ptr means it will point to the first address, means 0th position it is going to point. From that address, you are getting the value. Okay, here if you see, here only. Okay, here you are storing the values. Here you are retrieving the values. Okay, cout means retrieving the values, right? Same, from 0th position you are retrieving and you are printing in the output. The next iteration, from index position 1, you are printing in the output. Next iteration, it will get the value from the index position 2. Okay, in this way you will use like this ptr plus 1. If it is normal thing means you need to mention like this, a of I. Okay, but this is the pointer, right? You need to move that pointer from 0 to next position. Okay, so that you have used here plus I. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it regarding this memory allocation and deallocation. Okay. See, we have one more concept, that is preprocessor directive. That is a simple thing only. We'll see that later. But in the tomorrow's class, we'll introduce this class concept. Okay. Start in the first unit. We have some topics, right? Or like procedure oriented and object oriented thinking. Okay. Like OOPS concept, like encapsulation, inheritance, object, class, okay, abstraction. Okay, that is some theory part. Okay, I will explain what is that object and a class. Then programmatically we'll start from the second unit. Okay, if you know what is object and what is class, then it is easy to understand it, like remaining concepts like encapsulation, okay, abstraction, those things. We'll enter then from next class onwards, we are going to enter into this class and object concept. We are going to enter into that object oriented programming concepts. Okay, as of now, whatever we have seen, everything it is procedural oriented only. Whatever you have seen in C language, same thing we did here. In C++, you have written the programs. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you please upload all these videos?
Yeah, sure. Actually, due to some net problem, I'm not uploaded. Okay.
Okay, sir. No issues.
Today
Yeah.
I will upload. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir. And sir, you can you share notes also? I mean, for entire first unit.
The entire first unit means only I think arrays and pointers are not shared. Remaining I shared, I think. Okay. I will
Sir,
combine all
yeah.
those things and I will share the one single document. No, don't worry.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Rahman, are you taking the attendance? Rahman is there.